Shalom, a warm welcome from Nitsana in the south of Israel. My name is Wiljo and I want to take you in this short video into something new what is happening in the south of Israel. In this short video I want to encourage you to join us, to step with us into a centuries-old prophecy. Shortly after 7 October, the day of the terrible attack here in the kibbutzim around Gaza, we went with 3 men from the Netherlands to Israel. We had heard that the harvest came in danger of failing, that the farmers around Gaza one by one treated to go bankrupt. A lot of Thai people were killed and also a lot of them were hijacked as a hostage, and the rest of them fled to Thailand back again. The Arabs are no longer allowed to come into the country, and many of the Israelis has been mobilized to defend the country. And suddenly, there were no more farmers working on the fields of Israel. The day before we left, I received the Bible text from Isaiah 61. Strangers will be ready and feed your flocks. Strangers will be your farmers and your vine dressers. And suddenly, we were there in a prophecy from 1,000 years old. We, as strangers, we as believers from the nations, as strangers working in the fields of Israel. And there in that field, at the tomato farmer in Nahalah, a kibbutz near Gaza, thoughts spontaneously started to come up in my mind. While there all day long helicopters and bombers flew over, and in the distance we heard the bombs fall, the thoughts came up to me, how can we bring more people from the nations to Israel? To come to help in the harvest right now. And on one side I saw the enormous need that was there and still is, and on the other side I thought of the many people from the nations who love Israel. I thought, how can we bring that together? How can we mobilize the people from the nations to come to Israel now on this time? Now is the time that we can show Israel that we be right beside him, that we right behind him. And while the whole world turns against Israel, now we can come to Israel to show them, we are your friends, we are here for you. What a great encouragement would that be for the farmers and for Israel. And I also thought, if this is going to be to happen, then that needs a good organization. A simple man as I alone, I cannot do that. So I asked the Father, I asked God, Father, Heavenly Father, if these thoughts are yours, and it's now the time that the strangers will be the workers on the fields of Israel, you have to open the doors, because I have no idea, I have no clue how to do that. I'm a simple man, and just exactly that is what's happened. It's still happening. One contact after the other in Israel presented itself. In that same week, a team of motivated people was as naturally formed itself in the Netherlands. A team of good people who work in front and behind the scenes. A team of skilled people with good skills. Without these people, Lema'ancha wouldn't even exist. A foundation was established, a website was built, and people started signing up to come to help in Israel. And we, as a team, we are allowed to plant and we can give water, but above all, it's the God of Israel who looks after his people in this country. It's the Father of Israel, he's opening the doors. It's the Father who uses the believers from the nation on this time to bless his people here in the land. And that's also the deeper meaning of the name of our foundation. Strictly speaking, Lema'ancha means for your sake. But because nothing of what we have, nothing what we do is ours. Everything we give, what we do, what we are, comes deeply from the Father heart of God. The deeper meaning of Lema'ancha is God's blessing through you for the other. And God brought us here into a place far on the side of Israel. A place I haven't heard before of that. Nitsana. Nitsana is a small ecological village in the side of the Negev. It's a stone throw away from the Egyptian border, near Kadesh Barnea as well. And once there at Nitsana, everything came it's accelerated here. People from all kinds of denominations came to here. From the Netherlands, they came from Germany, and now on this time also from Switzerland, and also from Austria, coming to Nitsana. And Lema'ancha, it's fluid. It's getting better and better, and more people came here. And the team in the Netherlands have to make every effort to process all those registrations. And we in Israel here, we had to work very hard to ensure everything runs smoothly. And we succeeded again and again. And here on Nitsana, my vision began to grow. I started to see that what God allowed us to do here at Nitsana is bigger than just picking tomatoes or harvesting potatoes. A higher purpose began to emerge in my heart and in my mind. Here, Nitsana, Philip, one of our employers here in Nitsana, he gets a text from Isaiah 60:21. They will be the branch I planted, a work of my hands, that I may be glorified. The Hebrew word for branch is netzer. This word netzer you can find in Isaiah 11:1 and 2. But a branch will emerge from the trunk of Isai, a shoot will grow from his roots. The spirit of Adonai will rest on him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and power, the spirit of knowledge and fearing, Adonai. That branch that springs from the trunk of Yeshe is the Mashiach. And also here the Hebrew word for that is netzer. Here the netzer is no one else than the Mashiach. This is about the Mashiach, the coming of the Mashiach. It became more and more clear to me why God brought us exactly here to Nitsana. Because Nitsana is connected with the word netzer. A nitsan is a flower bud that sprouts, just like the branch that springs up from the root of Jesse. I believe something is sprouting here from Nitsana. Something what comes forth from the Father heart of God. I believe here in Nitsana, in the desert, here in Nitsana, in the Negev, something is coming that will be fruitful and blessing to all Israel. David ben Gurion, he spoke the meaningful words. The future of Israel starts in the Negev. The prophet Isaiah prophesied in 43, Behold, I am making something new. Now it will springing up. Can't you see it? The word springing is also a semach. And semach in Hebrew is also connected to the Mashiach. For example, in Jeremiah 23, Behold, the days are coming, says Adonai, that I will raise up for David a righteous branch, Semach. He will rule as a king and act wisely. He will execute justice and righteousness in the earth. Behold, I am making something new. I will raise up a righteousness branch, that's Semach. Won't you know it? Yes, I will build a road in the desert, rivers in the wilderness, for I will give water in the wilderness. And in the wilderness, rivers for my people, my chosen, to let my people drink. And that exactly is what's going to happen here in the desert. A road will be built and water will be flowed, so God's people can drink. About the drinking, Yeshua the Mashiach said the following, in John 7:37. And that on the last, the great day of the feast, Yeshua, Jesus, stood there and he cried out, If anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink. And also in Revelation 21:6, he said to me, It happened, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. To anyone who is thirsty, I will give him to drink freely from the mountain of the water of life. I believe the coming of the Mashiach, the second coming of the Mashiach is near. I believe that we as believers from the nation can help to work to hasten that coming. You can find that, for example, in 2 Peter 3:12. I believe that God will give his people to drink. And that's what he wants to use you for. He wants to use us as people from the nations to help to give the people from Israel to drink. That's why I want you as a believer from the nations, as believer in the God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, believer in the God of Israel, I want to encourage you to join us, to step into the centuries-old prophecy from Isaiah. The Jewish people are thirsty. The Jewish people are yearning for water on this moment. And the Father of Israel himself will give them to drink from the fountain of the water of life. What's happening here in 4 months in the Negev, it's just cannot be that it is just human work. Nearly 500 volunteers from different denominations we welcomed already here in Nitsana. 400 people from the Netherlands, more than 100 people from Germany, and now people from Switzerland coming, people from Austria coming, even people from South Africa, they registered to come to Nitsana. It's unbelievable. It cannot be human work. This is God's blessing for Israel. And we also hope that we can inspire you from where you live in this world, as people from the nation, as believers from the nation. I hope to inspire you. And excuse me for my English is not perfect, but I hope that you understand my heart in this video. I hope that I can meet you soon here. And that if you spread this video to people in your background, show it in your congregation where you come, make other people enthusiastic. I hope you are enthusiastic to come. You are so needed in Israel right now, on this moment, here in the south of Israel. We are working together with farmers. We bring hope to farmers. We let our light shine, the light of the Mashiach, we let it shine here and at the farmers. And we have many testimonials from farmers who are extremely grateful. One of the farmers said, with tears in his eyes, well, the whole world is against us and everybody wants to kill us, and you voluntarily come to Israel to help us. It's amazing. And the farmer said, I start to believe, he is secular. I said, I start to believe there is a God of Israel who cares about us. That's what he said. Beautiful. And an Israeli lady said, since October 7, the corners of our mouths hanging down. But when we see what you've done here with all those people from the nations coming to Israel, that brings another smile on our face. It's so beautiful. And in addition, from working with the farmers, there's also time for relaxation. We are making short trips, we're praying together, we make music together, we learn together about the Father heart of God, we're learning about the beauty of His loving teachings, the Torah. We remember the Shabbat, we explain things about the Shabbat. We're thinking together about what unity is. We're thinking together about what we have in common. Here at Nitsana, we experience unity. And not just unity between believers from the nations, but rather the unity where Yeshua prayed for in John 17. He said, I pray not only for these, the Jewish people, but also for them, believers from the nations, those who by their word from the Jewish disciples will believe in me, that they may all be one. That's what Yeshua prayed for. And that's what I believe that we experience here in Nitsana. I hope that we can meet you here soon at Nitsana, here in the south of Israel. For more information about this wonderful project, visit our website, www.lema'ancha.com. And if you want to know more about these messages from the Father heart of God, the unity from Yeshua's prayer, you can contact me personally. You see my email address, you see it in this film. I hope to see you soon. Lehitraot.